Hello and welcome to the Omni CMS Quick Start Path. My name is Jeremy Webster and I'm a website manager here at Wichita State University. And the Quick Start Path is intended to get you building your own training directory and web pages so you can get your feet on the ground and start running, so to speak. So we're going to start here. We're on the Wichita State University homepage, wichita.edu. And most all the web pages have a very similar appearance to them. You have a header up here, you'll have whatever the content is on the page. Of course, this is the home page for the whole university, so it's a bit special in and of itself, but it has the same top and bottom of the other pages. You've got the header up here. You've got a footer down at the bottom, like so. You'll find those on every web page through the system. So the first thing that you'll want to do to get your access so that you can begin editing web pages, creating and editing web pages, is get your access set up. And we do that via the support form. You can go to the support form from here, scroll to the bottom of any page, and you will find in the footer a link right down here for website support. So what I'm going to do is right click and open that in a new tab. I am on a MacBook Air, so my screen may look differently than yours, but I believe you have right click and open a new window or new tab on a Windows PC as well. And as we work a lot in OmniCMS, it becomes a habit to open a lot of things in separate tabs. It's very convenient. If you do that, you want to keep that a bit under control, maybe no more than 4 or 5 tabs open at a time. The more tabs you have open, the slower the system will work for you. So it's usually a good rule of thumb. See if you can keep to 3 or 4 open tabs at a time. So I've opened that in a new tab. And what we have here is the support form. Now, the support form is a tool that we're going to use to register for our access for OmniCMS. Serves a number of other purposes as well. And we'll talk about that as we get a little further into it. If we scroll down in the support form, there's a current known issues update. That's just if there's anything going on with OmniCMS. Issues will be noted up there. And then we have the website support request. Handling trouble ticket requests from WSU people, as it says. So what this is where you fill out these fields in order to supply the web services team with the information as to what you're trying to accomplish. And it isn't limited to just requests. This is the general tool that you should always use if you have a question, if you have an issue, if you have a suggestion, anything like that. Some people will come out of here and they will email us directly or contact us via Teams. We're always happy to help people with any issues they have. But the support system that we have here with the ticketing allows us to keep data on what problems people submit over time, so we can recognize problem areas based on the number of requests we get on them. And it also sort of keeps the noise to work ratio a little bit under control, because you can end up overwhelmed with this very quickly. Another thing with the support request form is that, say you email me directly after class, you have something urgent that you're needing done to your web pages, and you have a real issue and a real timetable you have to meet, and I'm on vacation or out sick or something like that. You sent me an email directly asking me if I can help you with your problem. I'm not going to get the email, and you may hear nothing back for that day, and you end up having trouble with your deadline. By sending in a support request ticket here, it goes to our whole team. So if I'm out of office, our other people can pick it up, or if they're out of office, I can pick it up, so on and so forth. So rather than emailing or teamsing on issues, it's always a good idea to use the support request form. Another thing I get asked on occasion is about calling on the phone. We don't mind talking to people on the phone, but you have to realize that sort of going through an issue on a web page over a telephone is kind of a difficult thing to do. To put that in perspective, imagine that you need to change a car part on your car. Something's worn out, a serpentine belt or a carburetor if you have an older car, or something like that. And you call your mechanic. And you call the mechanic and say, hey, I've got the part here. Can you tell me how to switch out this part of my car? Well, the mechanic can't actually see your car. I mean, you could tell them the model, you could tell them all kinds of information, but you're kind of leaving it in their hands to sort of describe what to do over a telephone. There's no visual element. And so it makes it very difficult to try to help someone in that way. And the same is true for website issues. If you got something broken, something like that, you're always best off to do a support request. And if we need to get together to talk about whatever's going on your web pages, that's perfectly fine. You can schedule a one-on-one on us. You would just want to use the request type of other. And when you got down to the description and such, description, just say, you want to schedule a Zoom one-on-one, and we'll get something working for you. If we look at the support request, drop down to request type, we have user access, which is what we're going to do today. Request access to OmniCMS, short URL. This is a sort of a shortened URL, not shortened so much as it is another URL, sort of an alternate short URL that's used in place of a really, really long one. Some of the URLs on the web pages in the website can be very, very long. And so it becomes a good thing to have a tool that allows a short, easy to remember web URL that redirects the user to that page. It makes it easier to market and easier for your users to remember on a whole. Site trouble. You're having some kind of trouble with the web pages. Search Best Bet deals with the search engine. If you have some requests in terms of the WSU internal search engine on the web pages. Marketing deals with marketing web pages. Broken link. You come across a broken link on the web pages, you can submit a request to have it repaired there. And others can be a catch-all for whatever else. Maybe you have a question, you're wondering if you can do something, you don't know how to do something, or a suggestion, you can send it in as other. I'm going to select user access here because that's what we're doing. And first thing it's going to want you to do is fill out your name, first and last, your email address, your MyWSU ID, and then would be user access, department, the group that you work for, your supervisor's first and last name, their email address, the file folder for access. Most of the time people are working on a specific web page or specific directory. So a lot of them have the same access group settings. So if you've got, say, the homepage of a directory you're going to begin working on, that's fine. They've sent you a specific page, that's fine too. Just drop that URL in there, copy and paste it out of the URL bar and drop it here. Sometimes you may be assigned more than one web page. That's perfectly fine. Just put one of the URLs here and go down under additional contents and just paste the rest of the URLs you need access down here. And that would work fine. Once you're done with that, you click the submit button. When you do that, that form is going to come in to us on the web services team, and we will get your access set up and good to go for you.